So one of the first places we got a recording from was 3M. 3M was showing its metal mesh film, which is really good because it's very difficult to see the metal mesh. Traditionally metal mesh is visible. The 3M also says it's got rid of the moire problem by using a very, very fine patterning of metal mesh down to about 3 microns instead of 10, and using a black coating which reduces the visibility of the mesh, and certainly we really had struggled to see it, although there was a certain amount of haze. Asus is one of the Taiwanese companies like BenQ and Asus, which is trying to get more into B2B and away from consumer business. It was showing LFDs and video wall displays, nothing particularly exciting. We also had monitors with the low blue certification, and USB monitors. This was a category that Philips was also showing products at ISE, although we weren't quite sure why those kind of products were being shown. In the back was a monitor with DICOM calibration for medical review, although it wasn't for diagnostics. eDisplay is a subsidiary of Conca. We haven't talked to them before, but the eDisplay is one of 14 subsidiaries of Conca, and it specialises in B2B with LFDs, interactive displays, and also a range of totems, as well as LED displays. The company only supplies under OEM outside China, and we certainly saw products that were distinctly BenQ-ish to us. Daktronics is a long-established and well-established brand for LEDs, and is currently trying to resist the barbarians at the gate. They were showing a very interesting forced perspective rendering of a 3D application, which gave a really quite a good 3D effect, although it's actually just on 3 flat surfaces. Banto is really watching out for ProCap coming into its large format display space, and the show was really focusing on even larger displays such as video walls for touch. In touch, we spoke to Siemens Anatech.
We're offering a lot of sizes from 32 all the way to 85. And we've also partnered with styluses. So we have a passive stylus. We don't have a partner there, but we have an active stylus with Anodo, the Swedish company. So that's actually with their dot pattern film and our module. And we can basically use
the Anodo technology is quite an interesting one. It was used by Panasonic in its 21-inch tablets for pen input, and it's actually used with paper. A company called LiveScribe allows you to put patterns on paper, or you can buy a pre-printed notebook. A camera in the pen detects where and what the pattern is, and that allows it to accurately reproduce handwriting or drawing, and it's really independent of the touch system that's being used for fingers or for passive pens. It's an interesting application. Philips Display Solutions was the next booth we went to for filming, and they were showing hospitality TVs, which the Digital Signage Group looks after. They announced a deal with Quadriga for services, and also a common platform across digital signage and hotels so that they can use one management CMS system. Philips also had a new D line of LFDs which are coming later in the year, and as you can see from the logo on the right, these are going to be using Android for their smarts. They're very optimistic. Monitors weren't neglected, and up to now only HP and Dell have had 5K monitors, or 14 megapixels as I like to call them, but now Philips has got those as well. In a dark area at the back of the booth was the latest version of Ambilight called Ambilux. Now this was shown on consumer TVs at IFA, but will be added to the public displays later in the year. The difference with Ambilux is there are projectors rather than just simple LEDs, and Philips will release an API so that B2B users can create custom applications. Silicon Core is one of the most interesting of the LED makers, as they can make small pitch and high brightness at the same time. And they have their usual impressive display, 0.95mm pitch and 1.9mm as well. So they were very impressive displays, very bright, very punchy.